Hey guys, it's Liz from Eating Vegan Simplified. Today I am cooking food that I already have in my house because it's like just pantry food because I don't have like a lot of things that I might need right now, but I have to kind of do an online order. So anyway, what I'm gonna make is some comfort food. If you're looking for super healthy, you might want to switch off because this is not the healthiest, although I could think of worse, believe me. So we are making today barbecue ribs out of tofu, and we are also making macaroni and cheese. Like I told you, it's yummy, it's comfort food, but you know, probably not the healthiest meal ever, but it's gonna be delicious, and I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it. So let's get started. This is a pack of tofu. Now what I did, this is extra firm tofu. I froze it. I froze it for like, I would say probably about 4 days. Although you should freeze it for at least 2 days. Because when you freeze tofu, it does change the consistency of it. And it makes it more like spongy, I guess, so it will really soak in flavor. So you'll see what I mean if you do it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and slice it, and I'm going to try to make it sort of rib-like. I mean, obviously it's not ribs, but this is how I'm going to make it. So, you know, it's not perfect. Nothing I do is perfect, trust me. But, you know, it's pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and slice all of it. And I'm going to lay it down on, this is just like a silicone, but it, you know, you could put it on, you know, parchment paper or something like that. I kind of like silicone, it's pretty good. And then I have some barbecue sauce. Now you can make your own barbecue sauce, but like I said, this is pantry. This is pantry stuff. So did I have this barbecue sauce already? Yes, I did. So I am going to go ahead and put it on, and let me get a little brush and brush it. Oh, I should have had that ready already. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I don't think of everything, but that's okay. Okay, so here we go. It will taste barbecue-y and, you know, yummy. So, and also the freezing is important because that's going to make the consistency change to be more, maybe something like, you know, meaty, if you will, but it's just going to have a better consistency for this dish. So, okay, let's put some on the other side. My hands are kind of yuck now. That's okay. All right, there we go. You can see this is not a real difficult dish to make, but if you have a block of tofu and you want to do something a little bit different, this is pretty good. And we'll use a little bit more later too, but just put on as much as you like. A lot, you know, there's no such thing as too much, right? Because it should just be a lot. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this marinate like this, and this tofu will be soaking in the barbecue sauce so that it will be really nice and barbecue-y, even though that's not a word. That is the word I'm using. Okay, so there it is. So as you can see so far, it couldn't have been easier, right? And we're now going to just leave this soaking or marinating, if you will, for about 30 minutes. Okay, and then when we come back, I'll show you what else I'm doing. Okay, so we'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay, so it has been 30 minutes. Okay, here it is, 30 minutes. I'm going to stick it in the oven. And I'm going to cook it for about a half an hour. So yet another 30 minutes. So let's set the timer here for 30 minutes. Oh, oops, wait. I set it for 60 minutes. That would be wrong. 30 minutes. Okay, so while that's cooking, now we could start on the mac and cheese. So I have been soaking these cashews. This is a cup of cashews. And this is, you know, cashews are really kind of creamy and they're good for a cheese sauce, you know, a cheese sauce, okay? So I'm gonna put that into my food processor. If you have a high-speed blender, instead of a food processor, even better. This is what I have, so. This is garlic. some minced garlic, and this is what, 3 cups of cold water. Okay, and this is going to be the sauce. So it's going to be loud. I'm just letting you know. So it's just going to be maybe for a couple minutes. Maybe by the end of your song how it is. Okay, it seems very watery to me, but we'll just kind of let it sit for a minute, okay? So let's kind of go over here. We could come around and, all right. So I'm gonna heat this up. This is just some oil, okay? And what we're gonna attempt to do here is we're going to toast some breadcrumbs, okay? So I am going to put some breadcrumbs. These are panko breadcrumbs. I like these. If you don't have these, then just use a different kind of breadcrumb, but these are kind of nice. And the other thing I have is I have some paprika and some salt. And so what I want to do is just kind of combine them and just let them toast until, you know, it's just a little light brown, let's say, like a toasty color. So it's probably going to take, you know, a minute or two. Okay, let's see. Let's just let that cook for just a second. Okay. So once this cooks, then I'm just going to put it aside in a bowl, and this will be the topping for the mac and cheese. Okay, so this is going to be what's going to go on top of it. And after we cook the mac and cheese with the sauce and all that, then I'm going to put it into like a baking dish with the breadcrumbs and stick it in the oven. And it's going to be really delicious. So, yeah. So this so far is just toasted breadcrumbs. I'm going to let it go a little bit more. So I don't know how you guys are doing with your whole, you know, food supply thing. I did have a tofu. For a little while, I couldn't even get tofu at the grocery store. So now I'm happy that I had one left, and yeah, so I froze it. Try freezing it, guys. It's depending on what you're gonna do. Like if you're gonna do tofu scramble, don't bother freezing it because it's not. But if you want it to be something more like solid, then yeah, then you're gonna wanna freeze it, okay? So let's see how this is doing. By solid, I mean like more like to keep together, you know, not like a tofu scramble or a eggless egg salad, which, by the way, I do have both of those recipes on the site, so if you're looking for that. I have this whole playlist of breakfast videos, so if you're looking for like that, or I have breakfast rice is really good, or stuffed French toast, all kinds of things, yeah. You like that one. So yeah, so there it is. It's pretty good. Let me my thingies here. I don't want it to be too dark because I want it to continue to brown when it's in the oven. So I just want it to be a little bit brown. I think it's actually good enough right now. So I don't want to burn the cameraman because that would be bad, and he wouldn't even be able to continue filming. So I'm going to put this over here and just kind of stick it in. Hang on. Ta-da. All right, so we'll put this to the side. There it is, to the side. I'll turn the flame on again. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm putting some Earth Balance and some olive oil. Actually, it's not olive oil. It is, what is it? Avocado oil, which is better for high heat, and some garlic. Don't worry about the measurements because I will give those to you in the written recipe. Pretty hot. Okay. I have here some turmeric, salt, and pepper. Those three things. Mix that in. flour. This is like 3 tablespoons of flour, and I'm gonna whisk this into what's happening here. And I'm gonna make like a sort of a roux, okay? And this will be the basis of the sauce, okay? Now if you wait right there, I'm gonna go grab the cashew mixture. And let's see how that's gonna do. In just a second. All right. Get all of the cashew out. And this is going to need to kind of reduce and cook down for a little while. You know, not terribly long, but you know, it could take a good 5 minutes or so for that to happen. In the meantime, I have already cooked my pasta. So maybe you could get a shot. This is, I cooked the pasta. And so I'm just gonna wait for this to be done, and then I will combine. Make sure I got everything out of here. Yeah. Okay. So what I did is, I stopped filming and then I took it out of here and put it back in the blender because I didn't think it was blended enough. And now it is blended enough. I just put it back in there literally for like maybe 2.5 more minutes, and now it's a lot better. So anyway, I turned the flame down, and it's been bubbling like this for probably 4 minutes. So now I'm gonna move on. But I think, you know, sometimes I don't like it because it's so loud and I don't want to make you wait, so I take it out too soon, but that was too soon. So leave it in for a couple more minutes than I did initially, okay? This is apple cider vinegar, and this is nutritional yeast. And nutritional yeast makes things taste cheesy, even though it really already tasted cheesy. I tasted it. But this will make it even more cheesy. And when you're making mac and cheese, you know, pretty much that's what you want. So you should just leave it for a couple minutes, blend it in, whisk it in. If you don't have a whisk, just use a spatula or a spoon or whatever you got, okay? It doesn't really matter. I think a whisk is good, but if you don't have one, I wouldn't sweat it too much. I'm gonna get rid of some of this stuff here. Okay. So I'm gonna turn this almost off, okay? And now I wanna go over and I wanna flip my ribs, okay? Sorry, you're walking backwards. Okay, so yeah, see, 15 minutes, 30 seconds, good enough. So this is what it's going on right now with this. So I wanna make sure that it is flipped over. So halfway through at 15 minutes, go ahead and flip it as best you can, you know. I never sweat it, really. Do the best you can. There's no perfection in cooking. Well, maybe there is. Not in my kitchen. No. Okay, one more. Be careful not to burn yourself. It might be smart for you to take it out of the oven. I tend to be lazy and try to just kind of do it without taking it out, but hey, whatever. Okay, 15 more minutes, and those will be done. Okay, let's go back over to the mac and cheese. Sorry, John. Getting your exercise. I'm just turning this back on a little. Okay, so now I am adding my pasta. So this is about 3 cups of, a little less, probably 3 cups of pasta. This is a penne pasta. Why? Because it's what I had. I don't want to whisk anymore. So whatever kind of pasta you have is fine. You know. You might want those elbow kind of pasta because that's more mac and cheese-ish. I like penne pasta, really. And I've seen another video where I did ziti. I also use this pasta. I like bigger pasta myself, but my dog is praying for me to drop something right there. She's down there looking around. Hi, Hazel. She's like, I like pasta. Please drop one. Okay, so just go ahead and blend it. Now, if you are cooking this in a cast iron pan, which I do have, but it's not so big, so I didn't use it for this, then you could just, you know, stick it like this in the oven, but I do not have it in a cast iron pan. Let me get my pot holder for a second. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put it in this dish, which I hope is big enough. I think it is. Let's go for it. Let's just live on the edge, okay, and see what happens. So here we go. See? It's okay.
Yay.
One more. Okay. There we go. And then on top of that, we're going to put our breadcrumb that we toasted
Smells
earlier.
good.
Yeah. It's going to be yummy. You want to also get some on the counter. That's important, especially if you have a dog who's standing underneath you and wants some of that. Okay, let's. Hazel, a little bit dropped on the floor. You're going to be happy. Okay. So there it is. So now we're going to stick this in the oven, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. It's going to be done just a couple of minutes after, because there's 12 minutes left for the ribs. And now there's going to be, this will be 15 or 20 minutes. I don't know, but I'm going to check it in 15 minutes. Alexa, tell me when it's 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
Starting now. Okay, so I'll come back in 15 minutes when Alexa tells me to, and we'll take everything out and we'll see how it is. And if the mac and cheese isn't brown enough, I'm looking for the breadcrumbs to be browned, okay? And then we will eat dinner. So, okay, we'll see you soon. Okay, we are done. So, here is the tofu, frozen previously, tofu to change consistency ribs. And look. See? And the mac and cheese is still in there. I'll pull it out in a second. Okay. Looks yummy, right? And okay, just a couple more. And then on the top, I have my husband go in the yard and pull out some green onion that he grows. And so, oh, there we go. Mac and cheese is ready. Okay, that's good. So just put a little green onion on top. Why not? Because we just picked it, so might as well use it. Okay, so there we go. So ribs. Let's get rid of this right here. And I will bring out the mac and cheese. Smells so good in here right now. I wish we had like smell-o-vision or something so you could smell what it smells like. But it smells really quite delicious. Okay, here we are. Yum, right? So, there we have it. Now I'm going to put on here just a little bit of parsley that I chopped up. Why not? You know, it's good to put a little something on there. You don't like parsley? Don't put it on. I like it. Yeah, there it is. So, barbecue ribs, mac and cheese, all stuff from my pantry, which was cool, with the exception of the parsley and the green onion from my yard. But there it is. So you only got stuff in your pantry? Maybe you want to make this. Give it a try. It's pretty easy. It's pretty yummy. And I will have the recipes for both of these right underneath the video. And while you're there, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I have new recipes every week, and I wouldn't want you to miss one. So give it a try, and happy cooking.